Hello, my friend. Welcome back. Today is our monthly high dollar what sold. So I am going to show you everything that sold over last month for over $50. It just happens to be 35 items this month, $50 and up only. So for those of you that only like those higher dollar items, I like to compile them once a month for you because some people don't like seeing the lower dollar sales. If you watch me, you know our business model is comprised of higher and lower dollar items, and we sell right now we're at about $13,000 a month. Our goal is 20,000. We have been at that a few times. We are always striving to get to that, but we do a lot of lower dollar as well. So if you're wanting to do less work and make good money, then these higher dollar items would definitely be a great business model for you. You just be a little more picky, only pick up those items that will sell for 50 or more. Less work, but you'll still make good money. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so I'm going to show you 35 items. They all sold for $50 or more. I will tell you where I bought them. I will tell you how much I paid, and I will tell you how long they took to sell. We are starting off with this Kachina Sun Maiden Native American sterling silver watch bracelet. This one was listed for about a month. I picked this up in an online auction. I did pay about $20. It sold for a best offer on $55. And here you can see this bracelet. And if some of these items look familiar to you, I do put them in my regular weekly what sold. So this is just a compilation and kind of a review of the higher dollar only items. And some of them might have been missed in those weekly ones as well. So there might be some new ones thrown in. So this one was an offer that I received of $55, and it is about a $20 to $25 profit. This is a large swirl amber butterscotch brooch, and this one sold for a best offer I received of $55. This is another one that sold in under a month. I did purchase this one in an online estate auction. That is also where that last one came from as well. I did forget to say that. This is a beautiful piece of butterscotch amber. You can see beautiful inclusions in this one. It did weigh 8 grams. Amber is pretty light, so if you get a heavier chunk of amber, it typically will do very well. And I am very, very happy with this $55 sale and about a $45 profit. Next is a J. King sterling silver crazy lace agate blue bead necklace. It is 21 inches. This one also sold for a best offer I received of $55. And this one was listed for about 2 months. So this one took a little longer to sell. It is another online estate sale purchase. And I typically will find either a ton of J. King or no J. King. There is no in between for me. And for the last few months, I have been finding a decent amount of it. Here you can see that DTR 925 China. And this one was a great sale, 2 months, and about a $40 profit. Next is a really nice vintage Old Pawn sterling silver oval blue turquoise ring. This one I got from an online auction. I paid about $10. It sold for a best offer I sent out of $58.49. So it is about a $45 to $50 profit. It is not signed. And here you can see it was a size 7. And this one was a great sale. It did take a little bit longer. It took about 3 months for this one to sell. Here we have another J. King necklace. This is a J. King Mine Finds lapis lazuli. This one sold for an offer I sent out of $59.14. This one was listed a little over 3 months. So that is why I sent out that lower offer. And I paid about $20. So it is about a $35 profit after fees. Beautiful, beautiful J. King necklace. And they typically sell faster for me, but this one did take a little bit longer. One that sold super fast. So this one sold for a best offer of $50. My sale had yet to kick in. So a lot of you ask, is that how I market? The answer is yes. I price up and I run a constant 35% off sale. So this one actually would have ended up at $51.99 if the sale kicked in. Somebody sent me an offer of $50 about an hour after I listed this, and I accepted. I am $5 in. It is about close to a $40 profit. And here you can see the photos. So this was stamped cross stitch. It was not actually cross stitch. So somebody could cross stitch over that if they wanted, but honestly, this is a beautiful tablecloth. The colors are so bright on that stamping. I think it could be used as is, and very, very fast sale on this one. Joan Rivers gunmetal jeweled floral bouquet statement necklace. This one was listed a long time. I think this one was listed about a year. I also got this one from an online estate auction. I did accept a best offer of $60 on this one. I was about $10 in, so it's about a $40 profit after fees. Watch for Joan Rivers. A lot of her pieces can sell very high. There you can see that Joan Rivers tag. This one took a while though. Her brooches, in my experience, do typically sell a little better than necklaces. I am happy with this profit, even though it did take a while to sell. Next is this super cute little Robert Rakes bear in a carved wooden box. So this one was named Orin, and this one, there were no other Orins listed. There were other Robert Rakes bears in boxes, but not Orin. So this one sold for a best offer of $65 in 2 days. I picked this up at the thrift store for $7.99. So this one is going to be about a $50 profit very fast. Watch for Robert Rakes because his bears can sell very high. This one, what made me get it was this hand signature there. Super cute little bear. If you see these, the boxes typically sell for about $25 up to $50 unless you find a rare one like this where there are no others available, and a very, very fast sale. Next is one that I accepted an offer of $50 on because I had it so long, and I looked up the comps and they were more around the $50 range. So because I'd had it so long, I recomped it before accepting, declining, or countering the offer. I decided just to accept the $50. I only paid $8 originally. So it's about a $35 profit. I had just had this thing so long, and you can see here, there were some marks on it, but it did have a lid. It was probably worth a little bit more, but when you have something over a year, sometimes, and I'm not even cutting my losses because I only paid $8. I'm just making a smaller profit than what I thought I would. Next are some plates that I picked up over on my Catch Treasure Hunting channel. If you do not watch it yet, and I picked up the Rakes bears there as well. So these had plates in them, but I knew that this brand, the plate frames sell very well. And that brand is Huygen and Smythe. These sold in under a week. I am only about $10 in. So they're over a $40 profit very, very fast. And here you can see there were some scuffs and marks, and we did make sure to zoom in and show those so that buyers were aware. The gold was also faded. If the gold's in better condition, they will sell for more. Here is that Van Huygen and Smythe, and you can see the 9 for a 9-inch plate, and that is what you want to look for. So make sure. Those collector's plates typically aren't worth much, but the frames definitely can be. Next is one that just sold earlier this week. That is this Jimenez Pueblo Pottery Storyteller with cowboy hat, feather, El Tisosi sign. This one sold for a best offer of $58.49. I paid about $10 for him in an online auction. So he's about a $40 profit. And storytellers, the more detailed they are, and the more kids they have, the more they typically sell for. This one had a crack on the bottom there, but this was a great sale and it did sell very fast. Next is one of my favorite things to pick up, and that is tapestries. This is a Goodwin Weaver fly fishing tapestry throw. Picked this up at the thrift store for $6. And I did put Father's Day, Dad, and gift. Sold full price and sold really fast in under a month. So make sure you pay attention to tapestry throws. There is the Goodwin Weavers. It is made in the USA. Very fast sale, very easy to list as well as ship. Next is an Aaron Crafts merino wool cashmere cable knit sweater, extra large. This one is from Ireland. Definitely something you want to keep an eye out for. Our made in Ireland wool sweaters. This one sold for full price of $64.99. I got it in an online auction lot for about $5, and this one sold very, very fast. It was under a month for this one to sell. There is the tag, Aaron Crafts Ireland. You can see the merino as well as cashmere, 5% cashmere. Very, very fast sale and over a $50 profit. Next is one that surprised me. This one sold so fast. It sold in a day for $72. This is a spring-made Grace Kelly Celia floral tablecloth, vintage and original package. Beautiful butterflies on this. I think I paid around $6 for this one. And so this one's about a $60 profit after fees. Let me go back here and show you. There is that GPK for Grace Kelly. And there are the measurements while it is folded in half. And this one sold very, very fast. Again, sold in, it actually was under 12 hours. Next is this D-Generation X wrestling t-shirt, XL, Triple H, Shawn Michaels vintage. I did put neon green. This one sold in about a month for a best offer of $72. Some of these I accept a little lower because we were having slower sales days and I am not much into it. So this one, I was only about $5 in, so it is about a $60 profit, and it sold really fast, so I'm happy with $60 fast. You can see here the measurements, and there is the back of the shirt. Really, really good sale. Sometimes you got to accept a little lower in hopes that it'll kick some other sales into gear, which typically they do. But watch for wrestling t-shirts. Definitely look them up and comp them. There are quite a few that sell for pretty high. Next is this vintage Navajo wool rug or mat. This is a small one, 15 inches by 19 inches. This one sold for a best offer of $70. It sold in under a month. I am only about $5 in. I got lucky with a big lot of rugs. And here you can see the photos. This one did have the provenance, and it did come from a home with a lot of Navajo pieces. That's how I was able to identify this one. And this one is about a $60 profit in under a month. Next is one that sold at full price. This is a rare Jack Daniel's Hello Honey Russian gift set, empty bottle, jar, hang tag, and box. Got this in a lot on an online auction for about $5. So most of these higher dollar items are coming from online auctions. However, there are quite a few in here today that came from the thrift store. So they are out there, but I feel like they're more easily found on online auctions, I guess is how I would say it. So here you can see the photos of the bottle as well as the jar. It's in excellent condition. This was a Jack Daniel's collector that these lots came from. And this one did take a little bit longer to sell. It was listed in February, so it took about 2 months. This lady took a very long time to sell. And by a long time, she was listed in December of 2021. So I accepted a best offer of $68 on her. I was glad to see her go, even though she's very pretty. I got her in an online auction. I think I only paid $10. So she's still about a $50 profit, but she was here a very long time. She did not want to move out. So I'm glad somebody finally got her, but she took a long time to sell. Next is another Robert Rakes. This was a thrift store find. I believe this one was $19.99 at the thrift store, and it sold for $89.25 in under an hour. So fast, it wasn't funny. This one was number 25 of 450. This one is clearance. And I did put overall, farmers, and rare. There were none listed, none sold. So I don't use the word rare lightly. When I put it, I typically will be the only seller with that item on eBay. That is what I feel is rare if they can't get it from anybody else. So here's that 25 of 450 Robert Rakes Collectibles. If you're ever wondering which ones sell high, because a lot of Robert Rakes don't sell at all, and they don't sell at this price point, do a search on eBay, Robert Rakes Bear, filter to the sold, and sort by highest to lowest. That is the easiest way to kind of get a feel for which ones are selling for good money. And this one sold incredibly fast. That was listed in December of 2021. Another very, very long seller. And this one sold for $96.84. It did sell for full price, but it did take over 2 years. It's a beautiful Murano Fleck bowl, and I think I paid about $10 to $20. So I'll say this about a $60 to $70 profit. Beautiful, beautiful bowl, but it was here for a very, very long time. Next are some Dansko shoes. So this is another thrift store find. Picked these up for $3 at the thrift store, and these were not listed for very long. These were listed in February, so about 2 months. And these are Harlow Mary Jane. So I was able to find the name of all the Danskos by using Google Lens, which was really nice. These are size 37, and they did sell for a best. Oh no, these sold full price. They sold full price for that $84.49. And here you can see the photos. They are in immaculate condition. I do not think they were worn at all. And great, great sale on these. $84.49 from a $3 buy, so over a $70 profit. This is why I thought I took an offer, because there's another pair of Danskos. I did take a best offer of $70.19. Another pair I picked up for $3. They are out there, my friends. You just have to look. These are Dansko Sally, Mary Jane Burgundy Black Clogs, sold for that $70 from $3. So about a $55 to $60 profit. Another, I think these people were just buying all these Danskos and not wearing them. I am not sure, but I was happy. I found like 8 or 9 pairs. I found a lot of them at the thrift store, and they sold in about 2 months. Here is another thrift store find, and I paid up. I paid $30 or $35 for this at the thrift store. This is an antique French bronze Vintner wine bottle cork opener. This one sold for a best offer of $105. So it is about a $55 to $60 profit. This one was just listed in March, so sold pretty fast. It was in excellent condition, and I was able to comp it using Google Lens. That is how I did it in the thrift store. Luckily, I had signal in that thrift store. Most of them I do not. So I probably would not have picked this up if I was not able to comp it in the store, because paying $30 to $35 for an item in the store that I'm not sure how it'll sell is a little bit much. But this one sold pretty fast. Again, listed in March, and great, great profit. Next is this empty Cartier original pen box. I did put it fits Diablo fountain pen because that is what the sticker on the box says. This one sold for a best offer of $76.04. It actually sold international. It did take a little bit longer. It was listed in January, but I'm only $5 in. So this is over a $60 profit. Watch for boxes like this. This is Cartier's signature box, and almost any Cartier box will sell. You can see it does say Cartier there on the back. And here are the measurements. And this one was a great sale. I am okay with 3 months to make a $60 profit. Next is a Cuisinart stainless steel stand mixer. It did have the attachment. I accepted a best offer of $100. The reason I had the $199 is eBay had a system-wide glitch a couple weeks ago. It canceled her order, so I just priced it up so she would be able to send me the offer and make sure that she got it. And this one sold pretty fast. This one was listed only in April this month, so less than a month. And we did test it. It did work fine. I got it in an online estate sale. And watch for the ones with the attachments. Check the brands. There are a few brands that I wasn't familiar with that I've sold stand mixers of. So definitely check out the stand mixers if you see them. And this one is about a $70 profit in under a month. Another very, very cute Robert Rakes teddy bear. Someone sent me an offer of $119.99. I did accept. It sold in under a day. This one was 85 of 250. Again, another one that I was the only one with it. None listed, none sold. I did use WorthPoint to look that up. You can see here it is hand signed. And this one I think I only paid 15 or 20 for this one. So this one is actually about an $80 to $90 profit in under a day. This thing I had to sell twice. Somebody bought it, and I talked about this when it sold. Somebody bought it, returned it, said it didn't work. We could tell the box wasn't open. We retested it again, and we knew the tape players worked. It powered on. It did have the original remote. We did put that in the description because we didn't have any speakers we could hook it up to, so we notated that. Sold for a full price at $103.99. This time it was not returned. And this one I picked up in an online auction, an estate auction, for about $10. So it's actually about a $75 profit, and it sold very, very fast after relisting it. I will sell anything. If you do not know that yet, you might by the end of this video. This is a commercial carpet dryer. Tornado. It says Reed because it smelled like smoke. It was in a business fire, but it still functioned properly. We let this thing run for 3 days trying to get the smoke smell out of it, and we just could not. We were not able to. So here you can see the photographs, and we scrubbed it, and there was still kind of some soot on it. So we notated all that in the description. This one sold for a best offer of $120 plus shipping. I paid right around $20. So it's actually about an $80 profit after fees. And this one did take longer to sell. This one was listed for over 6 months. Next is this amazing Disney Parks Art of Disney Villains musical snow globe. I got this in an online auction for $100, so I did pay up. I accepted a best offer of $195, and it was only in a couple of hours. I might have priced it too low, but there were also ones that sold for like $150, $160. So I'm kind of happy with the $195. I am only making about $75, but I made it in a day, so that is okay. You know, live and learn. We cannot always comp exactly correctly. Mistakes happen. It might have brought more, but it was a profit for me. It was a fast profit for me at $195 sale. Next is one that took about 8 months to sell. This is a vintage antique 1901 to 1912. That was the dates of the coins. What I did was look and see the oldest and newest on there so I could put that range for them. And I had this for close to a year, so I accepted a best offer of $200 on it. And I originally was only about $10 in. So this one's over $150 profit. Really, really cool little necklace made out of coins. They were not sterling silver. They were just silver tone. And I'm not sure if they were replications. They were reals. I think they were actual coins, but they did not test for sterling. So $200 sale, and they were listed in July of last year. This one, we are up to our top 5 sales for the month. This is an Oster electric touch control kitchen food mixer slicer, and. This one I had for a very long time as well. Well over a year, probably close to 2. Sold for a full price of $129.98. And they did pay $100 in shipping. This sucker was no joke. It was very, very heavy. And I am happy that it sold. It had a ton of attachments. I just sold it exactly like I bought it. So I am happy with that. I might have sold it faster parting it out. I'm not really sure. And it would have definitely been easier to ship. So if I get one of these again, I will probably look into parting them out. Pick this up at a yard sale for $5 though. So it is over $100 profit. Next is this Pierce degree coil roofing nailer. I don't know. I look up the numbers. If it sells, I buy it. This one was listed in January. It sold for a best offer on $250. I picked it up for $60 at an online estate auction. So it's actually over $150 profit in just 2 months. It was brand new. It had never been used, and it does have the box. I got some lower ball offers, but I held out on this one because the comps were there showing it would sell higher, and I am happy with that $250. Next is a vintage Hans Godot Frabel art glass heron or crane, not sure which it was. This one sold for a best offer of $425. I actually asked them to let me know it got there okay. It arrived 2.5 weeks ago. I didn't hear from them, so we'll assume it got there safely. We wrapped this bad boy like nothing you've ever seen. So sold for $425. I paid $2 or $250 for this. So this one's only about $100 profit. And this is another one that was listed a very long time, over 2 years. And I would not have paid up. I thought it would sell for around $1,000. And somebody wrote me and said, hey, they sell it on their website for $600. And I was like, oh. So that's why I accepted that $425 offer. And I had lowered my price as well. But good to get that initial investment back, plus a little bit of profit. All right, the number 2 selling item of the month is this vintage turquoise and silver by Cochiti artisan Joe Quintana. This one sold for a best offer of $552. They have already left us positive feedback. I paid about $150. So this one's about a $350 profit. And this one was only listed back in January. So fairly fast selling for a higher dollar item. It was a beautiful, beautiful piece and a very, very good profit. The highest selling item of the month is a commercial meat slicer. Remember when I told you I'll sell anything? I really mean it, as long as it is legal. This one sold for a best offer of $800, plus they paid $250 in freight. I will tell you, I had to pay $300 in freight, so I did lose out on $50 because I ended up having to pay more than what I was expecting to pay. So I shipped this via UShip, the website, and you can get an estimate on there, and it'll tell you the average price that it costs from your zip code to your buyers. And that is how I determine the freight cost. So determine that, told them it has already been delivered. Here you can see the plate on this with the commercial. This was easy to comp. I actually picked this up at that same online estate sale as the blower dryer, but this one luckily did not have any damage like that dryer did. And this one, I got it, I believe, for about $150. So this is well over a $500 profit. And this one was only listed in January, so not too bad on this one. All right, my friend, that was everything. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the high dollar. I think it's good just to have a refresher of only high dollar, even if you've seen them in some of the lower, but there's always a few that didn't make it into those just because of when they sold and when I recorded the videos. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing a sterling silver sale with some fantastic antique and vintage sterling pieces that just came in. So make sure you bookmark that over on Whatnot. I'll drop a link for you to get the free $15 if you are not signed up. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up, share with your friends, and I will see you on the next one. All right, friends, Cat is not included. He is going for his surgery soon. This is what we will have for Whatnot this Saturday. Look at that amazing sterling. I got a great deal on these, so I'm starting all of these with the exception of J. King at $10. And Honey is attacking me. Now, there are also earrings, including butterscotch amber, $10 starts, guys. Antique and vintage pieces. I got in some great stuff. I got a great deal. I'm passing it on. Even these two, sterling silver, $10 starts. Look at the brooches and pendants. And I'm giving away this beauty of a pendant, and this is also a pendant and a brooch. And then here are the J. Kings. The necklace will start at $30. And the ring as well, and the pendants, the J. King pendants will start at $20. All of these rings, $10 start. So come and see us on Whatnot Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Maybe Mr. Honey will make a visit. That will be after his surgery. So come and see us. I look forward to seeing you. Use my link. Get $15 free. Look at that cross. Oh, and the opals there. And the cat's attacking me again. All right. I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday.